All right, boys and girls, so just like the video we saw, we're going to be doing some training today to make you a whole body listener. Are you ready? If you are, say hi-ya! All right, let's review. Whole body listening is my eyes are looking at the speaker. My ears are listening. My mouth is quiet. Shh. My hands are to myself. My body is still. My brain is thinking about what's being said. And my heart cares and shows respect. All right, karate students, now that we know what we're training for, as I'm reading the story, I'm going to stop. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to point to either my eyes to see if I can see you focusing in, or I'm pointing to my ears to see if you're listening, or I point to my mouth to make sure you're sitting quietly. Are you ready? Here we go. Today's read aloud is called After the Fall. It's about Humpty Dumpty, who shows courage because after he falls off that wall, he's pretty scared to get back up there. But he didn't give up. He just kept going one step at a time until he wasn't afraid. Remember, I will be stopping throughout the book to make sure that you are following your karate moves today. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know, it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I love being close to the birds. And then one day, I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together again. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. I walked past the wall every day, and I would think about climbing the ladder again, and I really missed the birds and being high above the city. But I could never do it, because I knew that accidents can happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground, but it wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. And then one day, an idea flew by. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches, but day after day, I kept trying and trying until I got it just right. Hi-ya! My plan was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. They always do. I almost walked away again. But then I thought about it all the time I spent working on my plane and all the other things that I missed. And I decided I was going to climb that wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing one step at a time until I was no longer afraid. Hi-ya! Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. Hopefully, you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. and learned how to fly. So in today's read-aloud, we learned that Humpty Dumpty had so much courage that he never gave up. That's called persistence. Show me those fancy fingers and say persistence. Very good. We also learned that at the beginning of the story, he didn't have very much confidence. But guess what? Throughout this story, he became more brave and more courageous. And at the end, he was full of courage and he was no longer afraid of heights. I hope my karate students were sitting down quietly, focusing in on the book, quiet mouth, and listening with their ears with a quiet body. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next week. Bye!